What's up, YouTube? All right, so we got Naoya Inoue and Stephen Fulton. If you watched the fight earlier this morning, then you would know that Naoya Inoue defeated Stephen Fulton, and he is now the unified champ at 122. I look at him as also now the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
You passed the line.
You know, this goes back to that video that I was talking about. The video that I did a week ago. It was a video I did a week ago where I was asking, and I said, is it logical to call Kuba Steph a hype job? I mean, you guys call it anyway a hype job. Is that possible to call him a hype job as well?
Absolutely not.
And I was showing how it is possible. I was breaking down the facts. I was breaking down who they fought. I was breaking down the champions that Inoue fought opposed to the champions that Fulton fought, you know, and we came to the conclusion that if you want to call Inoue a hype job, then you certainly could also be calling Fulton a hype job.
Tough competitor, tough fighter.
After this performance, I would definitely say he's overrated.
What the hell did you just say?
I don't want to make excuses, but he looked kind of scared to me. You know what I'm saying? He looked kind of scared. Some people saying, no, he looked fatigued, he looked slow. Now, I'm going to be honest, he did look slow. He did. But to say all these other things, I think it's ridiculous.
Come on, man, it's obvious.
You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. Inoue is clearly the better fighter, whereas I thought Kuba Steph was the better fighter. At least that's what it seemed like in his previous fights. You know what I'm saying? He seemed like the better fighter. He definitely was the more seasoned fighter, but just because something is more seasoned don't mean that it's actually better.
They're wrong. Everybody's wrong here.
And Inoue has shown that. He's also shown why he's the monster. He's shown why he's a pound for pound at 122. You know, he's that guy. Whether you want to admit it or not, he's that guy.
Shut up, bitch!
He came out and he dominated the fight. Not some of the rounds, he dominated the fight. That means he dominated all rounds. This probably was one round where he didn't dominate.
Stop the cap.
But he still won it. Even though he didn't dominate, he still won that round in my opinion.
Get the f out of here, man.
So let's stop with the narrative that he's a hype job. Inoue is not a hype job. He's shown that he's not a hype job. I've been saying that he wasn't a hype job. And I know some of you guys are gonna say, but you was going for Kuba Steph. Yes, that's my countryman. I'm gonna be real with you about something. Deep down, I actually knew Inoue was gonna beat him.
What? Stop the cap.
And I know that's a strong statement. Some of you guys are probably be like, what? But deep down, I knew he was gonna beat him.
Man, sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere.
Well, why didn't you say it's sweet science? Because I was rooting for my countryman. I was rooting for him. The same way they do for their countrymen. The same way, you know, everybody else do for their country. If Tyson Fury lose, guess what? The UK people still gonna root for him, win or lose.
To this day.
If Canelo lose, the Mexican people still gonna root for him, win or lose.
To this day.
If Inoue lose, the Japanese people still gonna root for him, win or lose.
To this day.
So why can't we do it here in America? Why can't I root for Kuba Steph, even if I think he's gonna lose? That's my countryman. Of course I'm gonna root for him. Guess what? Even in a rematch, I'm still gonna root for Kuba Steph. So that's my point that I'm trying to make. I'm still gonna root for him. Deep down, I knew that Inoue was gonna probably beat him, but I'm still gonna root for him, period.
Shut up, bitch!
The same way y'all do. If y'all do it, I can do it too. I can root for my countrymen. Y'all root for y'all's, right?
I'm not racist. I just rock with my people.
So, Inoue is clearly the better boxer. Nobody's taking that away from him. At least not me. Even before this fight, I didn't take it away from him. I was the one actually defending him when people was calling him a hype job. So for anybody like this person in my comment section right here, as you can see, he's like, what's your excuse now? What you mean now? He's talking like I had excuses before. I never accused Inoue of cheating, using PEDs, trying to do his reps, a weird way to get the advantage. No, I was only reporting what was happening. Listen, I never said that he was trying to cheat with his glove, with his hand reps. I was reporting What Fulton's trainer said about him. That's what I was doing. So what do you mean, what's my excuse now? I have no excuse. I didn't have no excuse then. I ain't had no excuse for it because some people saying, oh, they already trying to make excuses for him for Cool Boy stuff. No, I wasn't making excuses for anybody. I was just reporting what was being said. But I had never, not once, accused Inoue of anything.
Absolutely not.
So what's my excuse now? Nothing, because I had no excuses before. What happened is what happened. You got to call a spade. Inoue is the best. He's better. That's what it is. He's the better fighter. He came out and he dominated. So he dominated the fight. As a matter of fact, he made Fulton look like an amateur. Y'all remember in that last video, in my prediction video, because I predicted that Cool Boy Steph was going to win by a TKO stoppage, where it was really Inoue who won by a TKO stoppage. And y'all remember I said that this was going to be like Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, and Cool Boy Steph was going to make Inoue look like an amateur. In actuality, it was Inoue who made Cool Boy Steph look like an amateur. I know you mad, huh? Well, not really. Especially deep down, I already knew he was going to win. I just didn't want to say it because I'm rooting for Cool Boy Steph. So of course I ain't going to say it. Just like Robert Garcia did with Ryan Garcia and Tank.
You know, I got to cheer with, my, California boy, Mexican American. So,
I can see that.
That's why, that's why I'm cheering for Ryan.
This is what we do. That's what that's La Raza. So I'm going to root for, even though I know Tank going to win, I'm going to root for Ryan Garcia. That's what they did. So that's what I did right here with Cool Boy Steph. I knew that Inoue probably was going to beat him, but I didn't want to say it because I'm rooting for my guy. And for you idiots out there, if they have a rematch, I'm still going to root for Cool Boy Steph. With me knowing that Inoue is the better fighter. But respect to Inoue, and I've been respecting him even before this fight. Go look at my past videos if you don't think I've been respecting him. I've been respecting him before this fight. Why do you think I did a video with his last KOs? I admire what he's done in the sport of boxing. You got to give a shout out to him. You got to give him his credit. Let's stop trying to make it an excuse for Cool Boy Steph. You got to give Inoue his credit. You got to acknowledge him as the best pound-for-pound fighter as of right now. And you also got to give his fans credit. Yes, the Japanese people. I salute the Japanese people, and I give them credit for being classy, unlike other countries. These people came out, and they actually cheered. They clapped when they called Cool Boy Steph. You know how Jim Gray, how he do like the announcements when he said Stephen Fulton, they clapped. They didn't boo him. And even after the fight, they was clapping at him and shaking his hands as he walking down the as he walking down the aisle to leave. They still clapping and showing him respect. So they show respect. So let us show respect back and put their fighter where he's supposed to be. And that's at the top of the top pound for pound list.